So with all these previews popping up for Destiny this and Destiny that, and we're playing Destiny all day long, follow us and watch us play the game. Sorry, I'm making fun of like Joystick and IGN and all that. Yeah, don't shut me down. Anyway, the point I'm making this video is that I don't have the game, obviously. I don't have it yet, but I am getting it tomorrow, and I am eager to play it for a couple of reasons. But I did play the beta, and honestly, there's things I have issues with. And this is why I'm going really kind of stepping back from these, you know, the light of hype that people have over the game. Now, before I get into it, just so you know, there have been plenty of times where I played a beta or a demo or alpha or whatever, and I didn't really dig it. It wasn't my style, and then I got the full game and I simply fell in love with it. So this video could be fucking obsolete. In my opinion, could totally change in the next week or so. But for now, I'm gonna give you what I thought of the beta, its issues. The good part, obviously, graphics are look, you know, the great. The idea of it is really cool. The multiplayer section is fun, talking about the verses, and overall it is a game that kind of I expected, but I expected more too. So I'm just going to go over some of the things that I really didn't feel, I don't want to say lived up to what I was expecting, but it just didn't cross my mind as, wow, this is awesome. So one of the major things I noticed while I was playing the beta is so far, and of course this can change because obviously we'll have access to every single world when we get to the game, but the world and the areas that I went to weren't really that fun to explore. Now with a game like an MMO, you're going to explore a lot, you're going to walk a lot, so for various reasons you want the place to be fun to explore, and it just really wasn't that fun in the beta. The areas were just kind of boring to look at, to be honest. The other big thing is the customization wasn't really that deep, and really the cosmetic doesn't matter because it's first person. You only go in the third person when you're in the town, and nothing really looks all that amazingly different. Little spikes here, little dingy dinglings there. Well, dinglings, yeah. But the point is, this is kind of a complaint I really shouldn't even get to till much later when I get the full game, because maybe armor changes completely. But as a person who's played a lot of MMOs, I'm used to armor changing a lot, you know, totally different as you get better armor, and wasn't really feeling that in the beta, but this can change when I get the full game. Another thing, the shooting. It feels like Halo, but the hit detection is like Borderlands, and it doesn't really mesh very well. Obviously it's a point system, you know, because it is an MMO type feel, but I wasn't feeling the satisfaction I do when I play Halo. It felt more like Borderlands, but Borderlands was always that feeling, and this kind of transition from Halo type feel to Borderlands type hit detection, it just didn't feel all that great. And I didn't have major problems with it, but I never felt like a badass killing things. I was just like, oh, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You know, when I'm playing Halo and I take out an elite, I'm like, bitch, you dead! But when I'm playing this, I'm like, yeah, you're, wow, you were a little harder to kill. Okay, you're dead. And the bosses just walk around a fucking circle shooting you, so. Anyway, that's another thing. And I guess another thing is the story. It's so boring. I mean, hopefully it gets better. I mean, Bungie has never been great storytellers. They have great lore, but storytelling has never been their forte, as you'd say. But the story was really boring. Like, that first cutscene, I was like, what the fuck is this dude saying? I'm about to fall asleep. So I was pretty disappointed with that. And the last thing I want to talk about is the game feels like a mix of a bunch of games. And usually I love that. Darksiders is a great example. But for this, it felt like Mass Effect and Borderlands and Halo, which is all awesome, but there's no soul. It's like Kingdom of Amalur. Like, you add these fast-paced action Devil May Cry fighting with like an epic story set, RPG fantasy setting, but then you get like the most boring fucking story ever, so it doesn't even matter how cool the combat is. So with this game, it's like there's no soul, there's no identity, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, please tell me this isn't gonna be how I'm gonna feel through the entire game after playing like an hour or two. And it's disappointing to say the least. Now again, this totally can change when I get the full game. Maybe when I'm level 20 I'm like, bitches are dead! But right now, I'm sorry about my high screech, but right now I'm a little bit disappointed. So really my question to you guys is, how did you feel playing the beta and the alpha? You could totally disagree with me. You can totally say what you liked, what you don't agree with me on, what you do agree with me on. If you have different complaints, tell me. You know, just keep it really civil. No fighting. I'm not into fighting and shit. But yeah, that's how I felt. That's my honest opinion, and I want to hear you guys. Did you fall in love with the beta and like this game's gonna be the greatest game of the year? Post it down there. But if you're like, agree with me, tell me what you do. Be like, yo, this shit sucks. If you think it's the worst game you played in there, post it. But guys, no arguing, please. We're gonna keep it civil here. You know, if you liked it, you didn't like it, it's just a video game. I'm just, you know, it's all it is. Come on. You know, there's more important things in life. But I will be picking it up tomorrow regardless of my initial feelings on the beta. And I will get my full review, of course. But right now, I'm feeling a little bit iffy. So let me hear what you guys think.